going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. I'm starting off with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer to blur my skin in my T-zone. I'm only taking a pea-size amount and rubbing it into my skin until it is completely blended out. Now I'm going to be taking my favorite foundation of all time. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick, and I am in the shade Alabaster. I'm going for a full coverage look today, so I'm going to be quite generous with the application. Because I'm a little more dry, I like to apply it with an oil, so I'm going in with the Josie Maran Argan Oil on a flat top kabuki and dabbing it into my skin. This helps the foundation to apply more evenly while helping your complexion look more dewy and radiant. If I don't use an oil, the foundation tends to get patchy and sticks to my dry spots, which is no bueno. If you have more of an oily skin type, you don't necessarily have to use an oil. I still find that if you do, the foundation just glides so much better and the oil will just absorb into your skin anyway, so try it out. Next, I'm going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW15 to conceal my under eyes and highlight my T-zone. I was thinking of getting a new concealer because this one's almost on its last leg, and thinking of kind of getting the Tarte Rainforest one. What do you guys think? Do you have any other recommendations? What should I get? I want to try something new. Taking a wet beauty sponge, I'm going to be blending out all the concealed areas. I think I'm getting sick, guys, because I'm starting to sound a little manly on here, so I apologize. Going in with my RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm going to be setting my under eye and the rest of my face. I used to be obsessed with the Laura Mercier translucent powder until I found that it was making my skin look hella dry. If you are a little oilier, it's perfect because it'll just suck up the oil in your skin and keep you matte. But if you are a little on the dry side, you may want to steer clear of it. On the eyes, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette in the color Plum. I'm going in with the first shade in the palette and using this as my transition shade. I'm going to be using this in my crease and just blending it in circular motions. I myself have a lot of crease space, so I do like to take the eyeshadow quite high. Once everything's all together, it obviously doesn't look that way, but I do like to make my eyes look a little bit bigger, so that's why I do that. Next, I'm going to be taking the third shade in the palette, and we're going to keep this closer to the lid itself, and we're just going to be, again, blending it back and forth in circular motions in the crease. For this color, it's going to be a little bit more controlled. We're keeping it closer to the lid area. We don't want to take it as high as the previous shade, otherwise we'll look like we got punched in the eyeballs, and that is not the look that we're going for. I started off with a small amount on my brush and slowly built up the intensity to my liking. Going in with the darkest shade in the palette next, we're going to keep this more targeted to the outer corner. And just so you guys know, I have been using the same blending brush the entire time. Because they're kind of the same shade, it's easy to get away with using the same brush. If you are mixing colors between like pinks or blues, then I wouldn't recommend it because it can get muddy really quickly, but this just helps in the blending process. I felt like I was missing a little something, and I guess this is kind of turning into a Kat Von D makeup tutorial, but I just grabbed the Shade and Light palette because I needed the black in it, and I'm just going to intensify the outer portion of my eye with this. So I'm just going to be first laying the black down and then taking that same blending brush and just blending out the black. I didn't want the black to be too intense, so using the same brush really helped put the mauve back into it and kind of made it look like a dark purple. So going back into the Plum Shade and Light palette, I'm taking the first shade again for the lid. And now just to blend it out a little bit more, I'm just taking that same blending brush and just washing it in my crease. Now doing the same thing as I did with the top and taking a pencil brush on my lower lash line, going from the lightest shade of the palette to the darkest shade. I'm going to be doing a very soft liner and just taking that black eyeshadow on an angled brush and just working it into my lash line. Now just applying a thin coat of mascara. I believe this one was the Smashbox X-rated one. I really love it. It does separate my lashes quite a lot, so it's awesome. Before I go in with mascara on my lower lash line, I'm just going to be grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Highlighting Duo in the shade Matte Shell. Just to brighten up my eyes a little bit, you can definitely go in with a black kohl liner if you wanted to look a little bit more smoky. Now I'm just applying some eyelashes. These ones are the Kiss Flirty lashes. I kind of describe them as my little mini velours because they're so plush and super cute. Not as heavy as the velours, but they still give a little something something to the eyes. Taking this shade right here from the Shade and Light palette, I'm going to be highlighting my brow bone and my inner corner. I do apologize for the blurriness. I'm trying to still work it out on my camera. And I thought it was only fitting to pull out the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm going to be taking that shade right there and bronzing up my skin. I'm not necessarily going to be contouring my face because I'm not going to be making any harsh lines or anything like that, but I do position my bronzer in a way of a contour just to slim out my face a little bit because I do have a little bit more of a rounder face, so doing it this way will just slim it out a little bit more. Taking the first shade in the Plum palette, I'm going to be using it as blush, mainly positioning it on the apples of my cheek and blending it backwards. To get my glow on, I'm using the Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero Highlight Kit and combining Forever Young and Forever Lit and applying it to the tops of my cheekbones, nose, Cupid's bow, and a little bit on my brow bone. For the lips, I'm using Benefit's Their Real Lipstick in Lusty Rose. I love these lipsticks because they are super long wearing, like a liquid lipstick, but they're also very comfortable and not drying to the lips whatsoever. I felt like the lips were a little bit too pink for this look, so now I'm applying Requiem Liquid Lipstick by Kat Von D to give it a more purpley tone. Having the lipstick underneath did not alter the longevity of the formula, and it made it very comfortable to wear. And this, my friends, is the finished look. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.